Welcome to Dimension Technologies, aka Black Mantle, where we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, I want to basically go over with you on how to use the VLOOKUP tool. The VLOOKUP tool allows you to pretty much look at the value you want, where you want to look at it from the column number that contains the value that you want to return, and whether you want an approximate or true value. So today's episode, we're going to go through that pretty quick here. I do have another video that you can look at that's more in depth if you want to go step by step, but this is for somebody who wants to just basically get straight to the point and then get through the exercise. First thing you want to do is, depending on the data that you have, you want to make sure that you have that readily available. I have over like 1,000 rows in here that has a user's number between 2,000 to 3,000. And basically on today's episode, I want to just be able to type in the number, find the user, and then you can copy that information however you want. Please keep in mind that this is for educational purposes only. So whatever you do on your internal systems is totally your responsibility, and Dimension Technologies will not be affiliated with that. Once we have that in mind, let's go ahead and get started. So one of the first things I want to do is I want to go ahead and mark the cell that I want by selecting the color code, and I'm going to just basically pick yellow because that's just the one that I want to pick. I'm going to go ahead and hit badge number right here, followed by the first name and the last name, because I don't want to have to scroll through this list to find the users that I want. Then what I want to do is go down to your first name cell, and of course when you type in a number in the column G1, you want it to automatically input the number or the user's first and last name. So here I'm going to type equals VLOOKUP. You can hit tab if you want, because it's going to automatically pull up that value. And what I want to do is I want to point and click in column G2, and as you notice, G2 appears there, followed by a comma. And I'm going to then select left click and drag from column A to column E, because that contains the data that we want for those cells. Once I do that, I hit comma again, and then I'm going to hit number 3, because C coordinates with number 3, A coordinates with number 1, B coordinates with number 2, and so forth down the alphabet, okay, in a sequential order. Next thing I want to do is I want to hit a comma and then false, because I want to return that exact value. So once I do that, close parentheses, and I hit equals. I do the same thing by copying the formula over to the next cell, and all I do is basically change the number 3 to number 4, because we pulled the last name column and the last name is in column number 4, and hit enter. Notice it says NA, not applicable. That's only because in column G1 we do not have any data associated with that. So what I'm going to do in that particular column there is I'm going to go ahead and hit 2,000, and let's see here, and sorry, I hit 200, I said 2,000. And there are some other different types of formulas that you can use as well to get those exact values if need be. This is like just basically for tutorial purposes here. And make sure it's on number 4. It could be number 4. All right. So notice we have the names there. Glenn Shield. We have that. Boom. There you go. You just learned how to use the VLOOKUP tool in less than 3 minutes and 30 seconds, right? So the next thing is, say you want to add another like 5 users here, right? So what you can do is you can highlight cells G2 through I2. You can drag down the number of rows that you want. It doesn't matter, to be honest with you, because everything's going to be based off the yellow columns you have for information. So I'm going to enter in 2002. I'm going to enter in 3,000. Actually, yeah, 3,000. Then we're going to enter in 2,991. And let's enter in another one, 2015. 2014, we'll do that one. And then we'll do 2031. And we'll do 2039. And I'm just throwing random numbers out here, y'all, just to input the information. And then 2037. And notice I have the information that I need right there, right? So we actually have that, and that is perfectly fine. Now, the next thing is going to be a little bit something extra. If you got a report, you want to pull some information, this is going to help you do that. So if you basically highlight everything from column A to E, and you go into insert, and then you go to pivot table, and you basically go ahead and set defaults and click create. It's going to open up a new sheet. In that sheet, we're going to count we can count the first name of each value, or we can count the last name of each company ID, or count the email address. I'm going to go ahead and select the one for count first name. That's going to tell us the exact number of people that are in each company name between Avada, DMV, Lexo, Mamadou, Rye Noodle, and ThoughtStorm. I don't have to count those individually line by line. The information is right here in the pivot table forward through to the VLOOKUP tool in the pivot table. So, say I want a beautiful spreadsheet to go along with that. All you do is basically highlight the information there, and then you basically just come over to insert, then chart. Choose a beautiful pie chart that you want of any choice that you have here. I like to use the 3D charts. For some reason, those just look really good. Notice I have the information that I need right here. I don't have to worry about anything else like with that, because that's going to stay stagnant right there. There we go. We just got that. Now I just want to play around with it. I want to go ahead and just add another one here. And I'm going to do insert, and I'm going to insert another chart. And another chart, I want it to look a little bit different. I want it to look more of different like gauges and stuff. And so I'm going to, let's do this candlestick chart right here. Let's see if that one will allow us to add some information in there. And this may not work, but we'll just give it a try. There we go. So we got like a candlestick. For those of you who are into like the finance field, like the candlesticks and stuff, when you're doing like Forex trading and stuff like that, this kind of looks similar to that. But you see right here for a beta, we have at least 18%, and you see at least 18% of that according to the first name looking on that. We can go ahead and change that chart, make it look a little bit better so you all can see it. Let's go with the bar chart here. There we go. So keep in mind that on the pie chart, it's going to have the percentages, and then the other one's going to have the graphs there. There you go. Like, listen, subscribe. DevTech 101, aka Black Mentor, where we discuss information technology, also known as IT. In today's episode, we just went over how to use the VLOOKUP tool, so that way that you can create those beautiful pie charts and everything. So subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think. If it's something that you want to learn, just submit it to the address that's in the description of the YouTube channel video, and I'll be more than happy to try to address those and go through those with you.